some news that has been a long time coming. Now, I'm home for a little bit. I really didn't have a chance or time to make a video later, so I figured I would just jump on live while I can. Zach Ertz gets traded to the Arizona Cardinals for a 2022 fifth round pick and cornerback Tay Gowan. Now, I didn't know a lot about Tay Gowan, but I looked him up. Sixth round pick in the draft, a corner. And look, this is about what we thought the Eagles were going to get. It's crazy. And let me say this. Dreams come true. Before I start taking questions, I got to say this. Dreams come true, and I'm going to have to dig it out in my next video. But I don't know if you guys remember, but like a year ago, about a year ago, I was having dreams that Zach Ertz was playing for the Arizona Cardinals, and he got traded to the Arizona Cardinals. It just came true today. Also, I got to say, I love Zach Ertz, Eagles Hall of Famer. Love the guy. I wish him nothing but the best. We're always going to appreciate everything he has done for us. It's insane. It's really crazy. Can't believe it. What do you guys think? Let's get to it. I see people pouring in here. I'm using my phone today because, like I said, I didn't have a lot of time. Alex, what's up? Zay Hernandez, Eagles Balls, Marcus. Mark Holmes, number one channel mod. Do you have moderator blocking syndrome? The 8 Ball, Canyon, I Bleed Green, Eagles, man, everybody's in here. Ramal, what's going on, my man? I thought I saw System of the Knot. System of the Knot, what's up, man? Jesus says, hey, Philly, is the cornerback that we got at least good? What do you think? Well, what I know about him is, I'm looking at him here. He's 6'1", 186 pounds, 23 years old. He was drafted in the 6th round of this year. That's all I really know about him. You know what I mean? Should have been Goddard. No. This was the right move. And this was a long time coming. I mean, we talked about this. I talked about this in training camp. Zach Ertz has got to come in, play the role, be good, and do his thing, and the Eagles will eventually move him. And that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. Daddy Kitchen, Wills, what's going on? Andrew, what is up? Jeffrey, what's going on? Scheme Team, what's going on? Ertz was crying before the game. Yeah, I heard that, and when I heard that, I was like, I wonder what's up with Ertz. Something's got to be up. Paul Max says, Philly, I was really hoping you guys were going to win yesterday. We needed you guys to win. I wish we would have too. But, I mean, dude, Zach Ertz goes to a Super Bowl contender, a legitimate Super Bowl contender, and I'm going to low-key root for the Arizona Cardinals to do something with Zach Ertz. I mean, but it's crazy, right? This is crazy. Should trade for a linebacker. I agree. Philly 500 says 500 2 years too late. Yeah, well, you know, I said that 2 years ago myself. But I'm not surprised this happened. I don't think it happened because we lost. I thought whether we win or lose, he was going to get traded. They were just waiting for the right time. Zach is an all-time Eagle great. Agreed. Yeah, it'd been nice to get Jordan Hicks, you know. No, this is a trade. This is it. We trade the wrong person. I don't think we traded the wrong person. If you're looking towards the future, and these are going quick, I might have to put this on slow motion or slow mo because it's fast. I don't think at all. I mean, I think you had to move them. This team is garbage. Well, look, that's a whole different issue. You know what I mean? I was going to do a video later on today about that. It's a whole different issue. And when I get home later, I'll do, you know, I'm sure there's other things going to break because now you got to give Zach Ertz. I mean, you got to give Dallas Goedert extension, you know. This is a hard day for people. I don't want to make light of it. I just think it's really weird and deja vu that my dream came true. I don't know if you guys, I mean, I remember him playing for the Cardinals. Stop the Miles Sanders garbage. His studies, if he used correctly. I agree with you. Howie's just going to waste a pick and use the cap space on another old player. He's got to go. He's going to go. Comp picks would be better. Yeah, but I mean, also, don't forget, they're doing this partly because they want to do right by Ertz. You know what I mean? Buddha Bless says it's like watching Chip Kelly offense again, except for past 99%. Yeah, it's definitely like Chip Kelly. You remember my dream? I mean, it was weird, man, because I dreamt that he was playing for the Cardinals, and it's crazy that came true. Dreams, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says Ertz was getting separation and Ertz was missing. No, Ertz still can play. No question about it. Ertz still can play, and I wish Ertz the best, man. Nothing but the best. You know what I mean? I'm Awake says, don't miss Nick's press conference. It's soon. Oh, gosh, what's he going to say? 500, Mike Voice, I had a dream. Yeah, I'm okay. I had a dream. I had a dream that one day Zach Ertz will be playing with Arizona. I'm going to find that video if I can. Of course we need Brian Dawkins. Mike Nixon, what's going on, Hank? He said, how come Dallas Goedert was in the trade rumors also? Well, there was rumors that they were going to trade one of the two, but I really don't think it was ever going to be Goddard. I think it was always going to be Ertz. We just trade Nick Sirianni is very horrible. Would you take Trevon Diggs? Of course, he's really good. I'm not sure 86 should ever be worn by an Eagle again. They may not let that happen. Chris Scott says the Eagles players are fine except for a few. It's our coaching that needs to go. Agreed. Ertz production on key downs were bad. It is time, but his services were all appreciated. Look, Ertz is an Eagle great. He's going to be an Eagle great forever. That's the way it is going to be, and it has to be that way. But, it was time to go. I agree, and we talked about this all season, Batman Sucks says, at least, I wish it was a linebacker. Me too. Ertz was open. Ertz is good. Ertz still can play. Charles says we're tanking. I don't think that. Look, if the Eagles would have won yesterday, Ertz was still getting traded. That's the truth of it. You know what I mean? RPF, what's up, Sleepy? Zach Ertz, best tight in Eagles history. Good luck to Ertz. Yeah, you gotta love Ertz, man. Jamal Bryan says we moved him just to do it. We got nothing. How is this okay? This was their plan all along. This was their plan since the last offseason. They were just waiting and waiting and waiting. They're not going to sign him. They're going to let him walk, and they weren't going to let him walk for nothing. That's the way they think of it. And you got to remember, they're not just doing it for themselves. They're also trying to give Ertz an opportunity to go somewhere that he wants to go. Ivan, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. He says, Giant fan, but wondering how Miles gets 9 carries. I don't know. Dude, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. We got 400 people in the chat. Please please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're here discussing the Zach Ertz trade. I wasn't going to have a chance to do a video till later tonight, so I wanted to come talk about this now. Cedar says, we all knew Ertz was getting traded. Why we acted shocked? Yeah, I'm not shocked. I think people thought after they didn't trade him once the season began, it wasn't going to happen. Takeem says, fire Nick Sirianni. I almost can't argue with you there. You know what I mean? He's been horrible. Comp pick would have been higher. What would have comp pick been? Maybe a third at the most. But I think you got to remember. I think this is also about what Zach Ertz wanted. Instead of having him sit there, not play that much or split reps, he's going to go somewhere and be prominent. Puerto Rico, thank you. He says, I don't care about Ertz. If he's not Philly, let's move on. He's not in Philly anymore. Ertz going to catch like 10 touchdowns. Yeah, I think so too. Tay Gowan is long, lackey cornerback suited for zone coverages. Cover 2, 3, 4. I think he's better than McPherson. Well, he was a 6th-round pick. So, we're going to find out, right? We're going to definitely find out. Goddard is better blocking back with great. Well, look, Goddard is younger too. You got to remember, it's about age, it's about money, and also it's about doing right by Zach Ertz. I think the Eagles wanted to do right by Zach Ertz, Super Tony, thank you for the super chat. He says, Zach knew he was getting traded last night. He didn't want to tell his teammates now he was leaving. Take care, Zach. Eagles Hall of Fame for sure. Eagles Hall of Fame, nothing bad to say about Zach Ertz. Class act, one of the Eagles' greats. But I'm not surprised that this is happening. Howie is insane, says Bryce. I haven't watched his press conference yet because I'll probably get really pissed. Probably my video I do later tonight, I'll talk more about it. You have a feeling Fletch is next. Interesting. He could be. He very well could be, you know what I mean? I'm really not surprised at all by this, I'm surprised it took so long, to be honest. Williams says, I'm not mad. A 5th and a young cornerback isn't bad. We are going to get 1/3 if lucky. Just get to develop these dudes. I hope Jeffrey Lurie gets rid of Howie. Can't let him be in charge of picks. That's the key. That's going to be the whole key. You know what I mean? East Camden for life. Shout out to you. He says, we're still going to the Super Bowl. I love it. Tank mode is here, Philly 5. We're dumpster fire this year. I think it's too early for tank mode. We are going into the easy part of our schedule. I'm telling you, if the Eagles won last night, they were going to trade Ertz regardless. John says Zach Ertz is nothing but a class act. That was an Eagles fan. We're lucky to have Philly, true professional, and you can't get a better role model for a franchise. Totally agree. I have nothing bad to say about Zach Ertz. Great guy, great teammate, great stud, Eagles Hall of Famer. You want to retire his jersey, you're not going to get any complaints out of me. Big Dog says we should have at least waited until Jackson was back from IR. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was one of those things where they had to pull the trigger now, you know what I mean? Arizona's pretty good. They may not want to wait late. They may want him now. Look, you lost your trade value with Ertz when you waited 2 years to trade him. Doe and Wentz are gone. They hated Howie. Probably did. Zay says we need Doug Peterson. I hear it. J-Jaw, you couldn't get anything. What are you going to get for J-Jaw? Skiing Team says, I think Cox is next. Funny feeling. So a lot of you guys think that this is it. That they're getting ready to clean house. That this is it. I don't know. I think we're a little far away from that. I think the Ertz thing was a long time coming, Hopefully he comes back to catch 12 more passes. Oh God, was he 12 passes short? Was Ertz 12 passes short from the record? Oh, man, that's a shame. Top Dog, man, he says, now it's time for Miles Sanders to demand a trade. That may happen soon, especially the way this coach coaches. I Bleed Green says, yeah, we need to go full swing in one direction. Either all in on contending, no, or all out next year and future. Start moving players now that won't be here next year. I think we're a few weeks from deciding that. I really do, I think we're a few weeks. Now, this is the interesting thing Bryce brings up. Why C.J. Henderson was available. Why couldn't they trade Ertz to Jacksonville? Was this a situation where Ertz didn't want to go to Jacksonville? See, because I think a lot of this also has to do with the Eagles trying to do right by Ertz. Arizona to a Super Bowl, stay tuned. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for him to go win a Super Bowl. Oliver says, 500, you should be ashamed of yourself. You said Sirianni was going to be better than Peterson when we all told you he sucked. You need to make a public apology. I won't make a public apology. I'm not going to make a public apology for my opinion. What am I, Nostradamus 500? I will say this. I feel that I got Donnie Brasco, though. I feel like I got Donnie Brasco because I vouched for him. That is true. I thought everything he said sounds great. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I was all excited. But he doesn't do anything he says. I got Donnie Brasco, man. I can't apologize for an opinion. Cincinnati says, glad he's gone, but hate to see him go. No, I hear you. Comp pick would have been higher. Yeah, but it also may hurt Ertz, though, Goku. Because if they're trying to do right by Ertz, they may not want to just keep him all year. He may have wanted to go. People don't understand. Arizona lost a good tight end. They didn't upgrade anything. Ertz is a good player, man. Mars says, I love this corner we're getting. Trevon Diggs 2.0. Oh, man. We'll see. I just read Sirianni is involved with the Gruden team. Oh, come on, man. Only one can hope. It's okay because Ertz has a chance for another ring this year. He definitely does, When I read the title, my heart dropped. Yeah, mine kind of did too. No question about it. I also thought, man, my dream came true, Jamal says, 500 and fifth round pick, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I don't know what people thought they were gonna get for him. This is what they were talking about all season. Fifth round pick. I was saying I was hoping for a fourth. Some Black Ninja, thank you for the super chat. He says, let me get that wrench 500 Earth shot. I think you got it already. Check and make sure you don't got it. Going trash, we'll see. Arizona had a few linebackers we should have taken. I do like Tay, though. I mean, I don't know much about Tay Gowan. We'll have to see. It sounds like an interesting prospect. But I would have liked a linebacker, too. You know what I mean? Great move. He will cover speed wide receivers. Okay, Gentleman of a Culture says, big mistake. This was a long time coming, though. I mean, it was. Daddy's Kitchen Will says, 500, I think our coach only has 20 plays in the playbook. And that's including 5 runs. Oh, my God, you're so right about that. So right about that. Mike Nixon says, if Howie is gone at the end of the year, is Sirianni? I'm thinking Sirianni could be one and done right now. I'm starting to wonder if he's not going to be, Top Dog says, now it's time for Miles Sanders to demand trade. I don't want Miles to demand trade. I just want him to give him the ball. You know what I mean? The coaches like Tyree Jackson a lot. Phil, you got to like him. How can you not? Tay is underrated. Is he getting playing time in Arizona? I think Ertz is going to do great for the Cardinals. It's going to be weird seeing him in an Arizona Cardinals uniform, though. Perfect excuse for Howie to waste a high pick on tight end next year. Let's hope not. AJ Eagles don't believe in linebackers. They really don't believe in linebackers. We got 547 people in here. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Brandon says, 500. Someone told me with inside info the Eagles look out for A-Rob and Miles Jack. I know you like Miles Jack, so here comes the info that I know. I like it. S. Marie DeBooth. She says, I remember his first game. Time flies. He'll always be an Eagle in my heart, number 86. Absolutely. They want to retire his jersey. I have no problem with it. There's nothing you can say bad about Ertz. We need linebackers, not receivers. Agreed. Why do people put so much on the offense when it's the coaching? You're all going to get us into more trouble. Please just be quiet, Inkwell says. We need linebackers bad. 500. I don't know why the Eagle fans would be pumped up about next year's draft potential. 3 first-round picks. Who cares? Because as long as Howie Roseman is here, next year, first-round picks will suck. Well, you got to get rid of him. I mean, I don't see how you can keep him. You know what I mean? I can't see how you do. M.A. says, I like that we traded Ertz. I just don't like what we got in return. I would have taken a third-rounder. From what I heard and everything we heard this offseason, you weren't going to get a third-rounder, you know? They may trade Cox, you know? Caesar says, I'm super excited for Gowan. Trust me when I say, if we give him a chance next season, he's going to be a star. A star, I like it. Lane's next. I don't know what's going on with Lane. I could see Fletcher Cox getting moved, though. Brandon said, what do you think about A-Rob on Philly? I don't see it, though. Gowan will cover speedy wide receiver in man. Great move. Will they play man, though? They always play zone. You know? Yeah, they got to play man. Let's actually play man. You know what I mean? Let's actually play man. What the hell is that? Let me see something here. Why are you deleting messages? Do not delete messages. Philly 559 should not be deleted there. I don't know what did X say. I don't know. Deleting message. What's with this Slay? Texas boy, you're not getting Darius Slay. Quit dreaming. I would trade. What's his face? I would trade Derek Barnett next. I have no problem with that. No deleting messages. Oh, man. Let me see here. Well, I lost my spot. George Redman, thank you for super chat. He says, has anyone told you look like Denzel Washington? I definitely look like Denzel Washington. There's no question about it. You know what I mean? Philly 5,500. I get excited about having 2 top picks, but Howie's made. Well, Howie's got to go. There's no way around it. Howie's got to go. What do I want in this draft? I think you need a defensive end, a corner, and a linebacker, and another offensive lineman. You know? I'm sorry if I'm behind these. I'm trying to catch up here. Rob says the Eagles are in great position. They have 4 first-round picks in the top 20 in this year's draft. Yeah, but you got to have the right guy making those picks. Slay on the block. Where are you getting the report Slay's on the block? Derek should go because him not on the field. Look, Derek Barnett stinks. And the whole thing with Barnett, with Slay, if they're going to shop him, then it's a fire sale, you know what I mean? No deleting messages. No deleting messages. Only 3 reasons to delete message or time people out. Overt spam like the stupid boy-girl webcam, racist stuff, or threatening violence. Otherwise, let people talk, man. You know? Philly 500's weight loss. Great name. Did I lose any weight? What would you trade Cox for? I don't know what you could get for him. I seriously don't think you could get a 3rd-round pick for him right now. Yo, 500. We have Nick Kotite Sirianni and Jonathan Gase Gannon. They both have small play sheets for the calls. They've been horrible so far, you know? Who wants to see Howie Roseman receive well, I don't even know what that is. If I see more Derek Barnett unsuccessful spin move, I'm going to curl. Yeah, he's got to go too. Frank says, is this a good trade or a bad trade? It's you're not getting enough for him. I mean, if we're going to be honest, fair, I don't think you get enough for Zach Ertz. You're not getting enough for Zach Ertz, but this is what the going rate was. Nobody wanted to give you anything for him because the Eagles destroyed all his trade value. That's the truth. You know what I mean? We destroyed his trade value. I'm awake or use his trade Dillard now. Mulata had to return left side last night. Yeah, I mean, the only reason they may not trade him now is because you don't have depth at tackle. I mean, we don't even know if Lane Johnson's coming back this year. The corner we got, I don't know a lot about. He's a 6th round pick. Sounds like he's got some upside. Slade trade coming. Tampa Bay for linebacker rumored. Where send me a link. Put a link in the thing for that. I've heard nothing. Look, if they traded Darius Slay, and I don't know if that's true, but if that was to happen, then you better believe the fire sale's coming. Why can't we get someone like Trotter again? You gotta draft those guys early, man. 500. I feel like more players will be traded next. Maybe Fletcher. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. I think the Ertz thing was a while coming. You know what I mean? They just wanted to dump Ertz's money. Yeah, I mean, the Ertz trade was coming for a while. They said that this was in talks, like, early in the week. So they knew they were trading him before the game yesterday. We have Herbig, but Herbig's not really a tackle, though. How many linebackers did we pass on this year? Way too many. Yeah, Barnett was picking a fight with Brady. He's lucky he didn't get a penalty. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry if I'm missing some of these. It's they're going quick. We got 575 people in here. 104. Let's get them likes over 200. Let's get them mother humpers over 200. I feel bad for Ertz. Homeboy was great Eagles. Listen, don't feel bad for Ertz. Ertz is going to a team that could win a Super Bowl right now. What it's crazy to me is that I dreamt this. For those that are new to the channel, a year ago I did a video and I talked about I had a dream that Ertz got traded to the Arizona Cardinals. Boom. It happened. I may be Nostradamus 500. Timothy says, hello, Philly from Old Cowboys fan. What's going on, my man? Barnett got elbowed in the face by Brady. I was cracking up. He's lucky he didn't get a call, How about them Cowboys? They stink. Jason Wall, what's going on, my man? I bet that's why we say D got last night. Goddard had, he's on the COVID thing, you know what I mean? Ertz trade means his salary comes off the books. Yeah, it's $8 million, Cardinals ain't winning nothing. Well, I mean, they're good, though. I think Miles Sanders will get traded next. I don't know. I don't think anybody's getting traded next. Unless we lose some more games. If we lose like another 2-3 games, then I think it'll happen, Eric Gar says, Denzel 500. Denzel in the house. I do look like Denzel Washington. Sylvan says, trade Lane Johnson. I don't even know if you could trade him because I don't know what's going on with him. Bunzology says, they were horrible. Of course. I agree. Definitely need another trotter. But in order to get a trotter, you have to draft a linebacker early. They don't do that. Joshua says, Slay, Cox, Barnett, Hargrave on the trade block. Hargrave flipped out last night in the locker room. They may just release him per Adam Schefter. Hargrave will be released by 4 p.m. if no trade. What are you talking about? Where are these crazy things coming from? Hargrave ain't going nowhere. I don't care how. If Hargrave yelled in the locker room, then he needed to. It needed to be done. You got to do a Goddard extension now, the Jays. I think a Goddard extension is going to happen. I think that's the next shoe to drop, actually. Danny says 500. I know Sirianni is a young coach, but I'm worried he's not the guy. I'm worried he's not the guy. I feel like we've gotten Donnie Brasco'd by him. I vouched for him. I said everything he says sounds great, and he does nothing that he says he's going to do. And now I got people wanting me to apologize for my opinion. I don't think so. Styles, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, you think we hit 500 this year? I think it's possible because I think the hard part of our schedule is gone. But nobody knows, Texas Boy says, nobody's scared of Ertz on the Cardinals. He'll help the Cardinals out. Sean says, they like Gainwell more, so I wouldn't be shocked if they trade Miles. Why would you trade Miles, though? I just don't understand it. Justin Ellis, a member of Dingbat Superfans for a year. Man, shout out to Justin Ellis, man. 500, it seems like Nick Sirianni is too full of himself. He runs a high school playbook because I think thinks Hurts is limited. These RPOs got to go. RPOs got to go. Way too many RPOs. George R. says, can you believe that all the Clown Boys fans are here instead of watching Mark Holmes? Well, I mean, they look at this and they go, we could go on Philly 500's channel and he looks like Denzel Washington. And for those that don't know who I am not the real Denzel Washington. I just look like him. Dynamic, what's going on, my man? Lucio says, Hurts sometimes looks good. Sometimes his ball looks too heavy. I mean, look, he's young. He's going to be up and down. He's going to learn and make mistakes, Edo says, I woke up to pain. What's going on? Yeah, they traded Zach Ertz today for a 5th-round pick and cornerback Tay Gowan. Don't know a lot about him. 5th-round pick, Lane is addicted to pain meds, but so he's addicted to pain meds. Why can't he play? I don't understand. Just give him a shot of something to kill the withdrawals and let's go. Kellen Moore is pretty good. I think he's going to be a hot commodity as a coach. You know what I mean? Imagine if we could have gotten Ertz like 3 years ago. Oh, got rid of him. Yeah, you could have gotten a lot for him. No question about it. Man, these are going quick. I can't keep up. Bitcoin 60,000. I love it. Man, I'm way behind. I'm sorry I'm so far behind on these. Robert Gravino, man, thank you for super chat. He says, we have a coach who can't call plays, adjust, a quarterback who can't read field throw, and a GM who can't draft. Need to replace all three this all season. Interesting. I think there's a very good chance at this point that Sirianni is a one-year coach. Unless something changes. Sirianni's going to come to the next game dressed like Ben Franklin. Oh my gosh. 500. We could have had 2 running back punch, but instead we never run the ball. Never run the ball. And when we did run the ball late, it actually worked, I think it's crazy. We support Mark Holmes' son because he's your dad. Mark ain't my daddy, he's Pizzle's daddy. 500, look at the tape of cornerback Trent McDuffie from Washington. He's an absolute beast. I'll check him out. I'm glad he got a last touchdown against Tampa. Yes, last one. Apparently Daniel Jones works for NASA. I believe it. Do you guys feel like, put a 1 in the chat if you think that the fire sale's coming, or 2 if you don't and you just think this was something that was going to happen. I think this was something that was going to happen regardless, Carlos Du says, Rager, Whiteside, Fulgham is another example of Howie's inefficiency. I agree. Fire sale, fire. Oh, a lot of ones, couple 2s. Wow. I'd say more 1s than 2s. Very interesting. 2. Okay, see, I would say 2, but yeah, damn. I believe that if we ran 10 deep ball plays, we would be successful with at least 8. You think so? Deep ball plays? Watkins is the second best player on the team right now, let alone wide receiver. He's the second best player on the team. Amazing says, I believe in Rager still. I think I do too. Bozology says, dog mentality means game plan with an average IQ of a dog equals 12. What do you mean? Fire sale, says Michael. It was going to happen regardless. Could. I knew this would happen the moment they started featuring Zach over Dallas. That was the plan. I said it in the offseason. I said in preseason, I said, come into training camp. What you do with Ertz is you say, hey, look, come in, do your thing. We're going to build you up. You're going to come in. You're going to play. And then we're going to trade you. And that's exactly what happens. Backyard Birds podcast says, listen to all, this is all intentional. We are tanking. Sirianni is doing what he is told. This is a rebuild, not retooled by a bunch of tools. Forget about what we're doing on the field. You could be right, but then my question is, why would you wait so long to do it? Why didn't you do this at the end of last year? Why did you bring all these veteran guys back that now you want to move? Feminist Tears, that's a funny name. He says Rager's a bum. Could be right. Jav Rivers, what is up? Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Good to see you. What's up, Philly? They should have promoted Deuce Staley to head coach. Yeah, I would not have minded Deuce Staley over this. I really feel like I was sold to candidate. Like, I really feel Donnie Brasco, man. I feel like we got Donnie Brasco, and he sold us out. Yeah, let me be coach. I'll take care of it. If we ran the ball 15 to 25 times a game, we would have 2 more wins on our record. Real talk. I would say at least one. At least one. But you might be right. We might have had two. Very possible. You know? Press Steve to think Howie Roseman. Oh, Howie's clueless. Howie's got to go. But the question is, will it happen? Ray, man, thank you for a super chat. He says, Howie's selling the whole damn team with Lurie as front runner. You ain't kidding. Howie has to go as talent evaluator. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If they don't fix that, then it don't matter if you have 90 draft picks. You're going to screw it up. Philadelphia couldn't win even if they had Dak. This team sucks. I don't know, man. Styles Washington today for Super Chat says, I bet J. Joe will move to second tight end. Why is he still on the team? Like, can somebody explain to me how Fulgham gets cut and goes to Miami and he's on the team? I can't understand it. I can't understand it. I feel like maybe this game last night is going to flip a switch with these coaches. Running the ball and blitzing, we got to get back to our old ways. If not, throw these damn dudes off to the wolves. Hey, look, I was hoping that maybe like that last drive where Miles ran really well, maybe that will convince them. I'm hoping you're right, you know. I'm hoping you're right. I'm just double checking these ban lists. Make sure nobody's getting hidden on this channel. We don't hide people on this channel. We don't like that stuff. JJ gonna play tight. JJ can't play tight end. Teddy Cancun Cruz. 500. I think Mr. Lurie should sell the team. There's no accountability through our whole organization. I agree. Can't we like all team up and buy the team? Like, can't we all just like pitch in and buy this team from them? Sugar Philly 31. Oh, Sugar Philly. I'm sorry, I can't read. Super Philly 31. Sugar. Hey, yo, Sugar Philly. At this point, I think they're trying to make us lose. It looks like it, don't it? TJ Clutch, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, same as last year, no run game and poor coaching. True. We got over 600 people here. Thank you so much for this emergency live stream. I didn't have time to do a video later, so it was easier to live stream. But it's crazy, yo. Danny says, Philly, Howie said we traded Ertz because we got Tyree Jackson. Well, that's stupid. If that's his reasoning, then it's stupid. You know, we got Tyree Jackson, so we don't need Ertz now? I think you trade Ertz because they were planning on it all along. They should have done it 2 years ago, to be honest. Sirianni's about to go live. I don't even want to hear that guy anymore. I'm so sick of him. Sirianni's a complete joke. He is. He pisses me off. Look, like my anger in this whole thing is more at Sirianni than anybody. Because everything he said in his press conference, everything he said all season, had me so hyped. And, you know, I vouched for this guy. And then he Donnie Brasco'd me. You know, now I'm probably going to get whacked. Eagles trade Ertz Arizona for a 5th round pick at court, Tay Gowan. I keep saying McGowan, but yeah, Tay Gowan. You need to make more videos besides about Philly. You have a hilarious personality, especially when you get mad. Love it. Who would you like me to do videos on? Like other teams? What would you like? I'm always up for suggestions. JJ needs to go away. He's worthless. He should be gone, and Fulgham should be here. Agreed. Super Philly, I should say Sugar Philly 31. Thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, you would think without Dallas Goedert, wait till he comes back, then trade him. Yeah, well, I wonder if that's why they held up the trade, you know? Quez Watkins is a beast, absolutely. Quez Watkins is our second best player on his team right now. Jersey Dolphin says, Nelson, he stinks. Going to make Patriot fans drink. No question about it. You think Eagles trade for Wilson or Watson? George, I think the Watson thing is a possibility. But only after he has all his off-the-field stuff is cleared, his name is cleared. Until then, I don't think it'll happen. Corey says, I'm done with Sirianni. I'm about done with him, too. You know what I mean? Trade J-Jaw for Dak and CD. Yeah, maybe they're umbrella. Nobody wants Whiteside. You know? Trade Brooks. It's time he does nothing. Yeah, I would trade Brooks. Look, there's a lot of guys I would trade. If we're going to have a fire sale, I'd trade Fletcher Cox. I'd trade Derek Barnett. I'd trade Brandon Brooks. I'd trade Lane Johnson. I'd trade everybody. You know? If we're going to have a fire sale, be honest, who scares you in the division besides that? Nobody. Nobody does. You know? I really want to Tay Gowan in the draft, plug and play cornerback to start. I don't know a lot about him. You know what I mean? Make a cooking channel, dude. It would turn into like a eating channel. I'd be like Philly 500 starts to cook. I'm stirring I'm stirring the gravy. I'm stirring the gravy. He's eating the gravy. Motherfucker's eating. He's not. Stop eating. All this guy does is feed his fat face. I couldn't even get through the cooking. Dude, I can't cook. Every time I cook, I eat before it's done. I need like a, I just need a like a bitching channel where I can just complain. I would like that, like a airing a grievance channel where I can just give you my opinions on all things that annoy me. Do you do a day in the life of 500? That would be interesting, you know, especially when I have to go meet the FBI and NASA and all this conspiracy stuff. Wilson ain't leaving Seattle no, he's older too. I mean, you're not going to trade for Wilson. I don't think you're going to trade for Rodgers. Watson makes sense only because he's 25 years old, you know? So you need a double moonwalk Howie's ass out. Oh, Howie's got to go. That has to be the number one priority. Howie's got to go. Robert said 500. You can get a quick poll going here for one. Hurts is the guy, two not. Let's do it. Let me pull up a poll here. I'm gonna do a poll right now. So, you want a Jalen Hurts poll, huh? All right, here we go. There you go. There's a poll. Quez is going to be the number 2 option next game. Quez is the second best player on his team. Big thanks to all you super chatting for me. Yeah, thank you to all the super chats out there. Everybody here, I appreciate it so much. This is kind of an emergency stream. Pedro says, I'm tired of J-Jaw slander. Everyone knows that he sucks. So why is that bum like J-Jaw outperforms Fulgham and everyone is fantasizing over him? Fulgham is trash. Get over it. Umbrella Boy won. He won one preseason game. One preseason game, he plays better. But what about every other game? I mean, as soon as we get to the regular season, he doesn't do anything. I don't care if you keep Fulgham or not. Get rid of them both. But what purpose does Whiteside give us? Do a fitness channel like Mike Anthony. Where's the fitness? Like, so basically just like a sleeping channel. I can record myself sleeping. Juan says Rager is busting. I mean, we'll see, you know. Justin Ellis, thank you for super chat, man. He says 500. If we don't draft a linebacker in the first 2 rounds this year, we never will. And I would trade Cox, Lane, Brooks, Barnett, and Singleton. Yeah, I hear you. You know what I mean? What's up, Jermaine? If any of you go into any games this year, we have to chant Fire Howie the whole game. That's got to be the number 1 priority. Howie's got to go. He's got to go. Howie's not going anywhere. If he was on the hot seat, there would not be an Ertz trade. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see how Howie can escape this. Okay? Because if you want to say, well, it's not Howie's fault, it's the coach's fault. Well, who hired the coach? Howie has to take responsibility at some point. You know what I mean? And if I'm missing your super chats, I apologize. We got over 600 people here. Let's get at least 300 likes. At least 300 likes. I think J-Jaw is Howie's son-in-law. Perhaps. Malik Wilson might be better than Cox. He's on our practice squad. Trade Cox now. This is the best time to trade Fletcher Cox. He's only going to be less valuable each year, you know. Definitely need a linebacker. Our linebackers don't cut it. Mark Holmes says, I'm worried about you. Why are you worried about me? Don't worry about me. I'm good, yo. Why are you worried about me? What did I do? Redo the poll with I don't know. Can I add on that poll? Can you add to the poll? Let me see if I can edit it. No, I can't. All right, let me do it again. I'll do it again with the I don't know option. Will that make you happy? All right. Is Jalen Hurts the guy in Philly? All right, there you go. We back. Mark Holmes doesn't know the Cowboys crash is going to happen. I think you're right. McDaniels would have even been a better coach. They liked McDaniels, but I can't see McDaniels and Howie Roseman getting along. You know? Is this trade with Zach happening because they're going to rebuild mode, or do you see Fletcher Cox being on the squad at the end of the year? I don't think this was a we're fire sale now. I don't think this is a fire sale. This trade did not happen because the Eagles lost to Tampa Bay. This was going to happen all season. This was in the plans for a long time. The Eagles were trying to move him all season. They just finally pulled the trigger. You know what I mean? Phil, Howie Roseman and Louis Riddick. We'll do that one next. We all know everybody wants Riddick. That's who I want. We need to take time and build this team right. Yeah, I agree, Derek. The key to that is you've got to get a GM who can evaluate talent and draft the right guys. You know what I mean? Chris says, I think it's time to commit to the rebuild. Look, I have no problem with that. Just do it right, you know? Matt says, we're still in the game with 5 minutes left against Super Bowl champs. We were. Definitely. You know what? And after we scored that touchdown, we should have onside kicked it. I wish we got Brandon Staley or Deuce Staley. Deuce wouldn't have been bad. I wouldn't have minded Eric Bieniemy. Pedro says, Jalen Hurts may not be the guy, but there is no way I'm drafting any quarterback in next year's draft class. The next draft class is weak. I'd rather build up this squad and go trade or sign free agent. Well, what about Deshaun Watson if he clears his name? Mike says, you got to understand we will not be successful with this coach. I'm starting to feel like you're right, because this coach for however many weeks just refuses to adjust. I'm going to put yes because I want the Eagles to keep Hurts. Go Cowboys. Okay, Andreas. Victor says, Philly 5, make Jalen Hurts an assistant coach like Kellen Moore. I don't know if he could be an assistant coach. You know what I mean? Do you see Sirianni be here next year? I don't know, Chris. I think it's 50-50. Like, I'm not so sure he's going to make it out of this year. Not the way things are going, dude. Rodgers could bring a Super Bowl like Peyton did for Denver. He could. But I think Rodgers wants to go out west. That's what I heard. Super Tony 22 says, stupid Howie Roseman is taking... Yeah, he stinks. Ramal says, feed J-Jaw. He will be better than Metcalf, says Howie. Yeah, it's never going to happen. TT says, every time Rager opens, Hurt misses or throws ball late. I've been saying Hurts just doesn't look good. Bullet passes. Doesn't have good bullet passes. You need that for these receivers to get yards after catch. Yeah, if you don't have a big arm, you have to have tremendous accuracy in this league. Sean Barker, thank you for Super Chat, man. He says, I'm done with all the Howie slander. We all know he's a bum. Who can't do anything right? Lurie's let all this happen and doesn't do anything about it. That's true. But the problem is we can't do anything about Lurie. There's nothing we can do about him, you know? Wick says, let's go, Brandon. Which means my channel I will be demonetized for this video now. Let's say he says Eagles trash. We'll see. Tay Ken Cruz 500 Raiders, Aguilar 2-0. Too early to tell, man. I'm not ready to give up on Aguilar, you know. Super Philly 31 says, what's your opinion on our 3 wide receivers? Devontae Smith, absolute stud. Quez Watkins, he's turning into a stud. And then Jalen Reagor, I'm not sure about. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about. Vitamin C says, let's go, Brandon. Show Enough says, no rebuild while Howie is GM. There's no point. Yeah, how do you get rid of Howie? That's the question. What does he have on Jeffrey Lurie? That's what I want to know. Because he's got to have something. We have the 5th, 6th, 8th picks as of right now. That is crazy. I've never heard of a team having 3 of the top 10 picks. Wisconsin Eagle fan. Yeah, Eric Bieniemy's still available. Yeah. Mayday says Howie has too much say-so in football's operations. Oh my gosh, you ain't kidding, dude. 500. We can complain about bums like Rager, Sirianni, Hurts, J-Jaw, Diller, etc. But yeah, it's all Howie, Teddy Ken Cruz. Look, the biggest problem, and I've said this for years, the biggest problem on this team is Howie Roseman. And until you address that, you're going to have the same old problems. TJ says you can't throw the season away 2-4 makes it. No throwing the season away. See, I don't think the Ertz. Some people think that by trading Ertz, the Eagles are in tank mode, right? You probably watch a Mark Holmes video, and he's going to go, "It's a fire sale." The Ertz getting traded was coming. It was coming all season. It was coming in training camp. It was going to happen. So I don't think it has anything to do. We're not in tank mode yet. Ertz now has a better chance of winning Super Bowl. And I do think that part of the reason why they traded Ertz now to Arizona was because they were trying to do right by Ertz. Howie needs to go, but Jeffrey's son, so... yeah, I know. Tyree Jackson is back. Tyree Jackson is extremely, extremely talented. No question about it. Do I still... I do not, Malcolm. I sold it. It was part of getting this thing. Yeah. I'm gonna... I may end up moving back there, though. I like it there better. Gonzalez, Ertz is a legend. 4th down conversion, winning touchdown in our Super Bowl. Yeah, he's a Eagle Hall of Famer. Eagle Hall of Famer. I don't care. You want to retire his number? You can definitely do that. I want to see what this poll says. What's this poll say? 42% saying no, he's not the guy. 25% people say they say he is the guy. 42 say no, and 33 I don't know. I'm in the I don't know right now. That's where I'm at. Jeremiah Butler, man, thank you for the super chat. He says, trust me, Jalen on my naughty list. Pause. But let's get a quarterback like Dak, Kyler, and Lamar, and look where they are now. Yeah, they're all good, no question. I mean, sometimes is you gotta let a guy develop. Here's the one thing I have a problem with. The play calling is so bad, and all they do is throw Jalen Hurts to the wolves. They have him in a shotgun. He throws every down. I don't think this coaching staff is helping develop this guy. They're throwing him to the wolves. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's cool. Fresh Princess Sheba Inu to the moon. Is it going up today? I got me lots of Sheba. Come on, Sheba, mother humpers. Hawk says, Dan Quinn is your next head coach. I don't think they would hire Dan Quinn. The Eagles are only going to hire offensive minds. You know, check Howie's emails. We need to. You know, that's what we need. We need Howie to have his emails come out. That's what we need. Man. G-Code, my man, what's up? Why worry about draft picks when you don't draft well? Well, I mean, Pastor of Muppets? I think you have to make a change in your front office. I mean, everything we talk about, it's got to be contingent on getting rid of Howie. Richie says, black and white, no gray in the poll. After the Lions game on Boo Halloween. So that's on Halloween. Well, we'll see. I mean, you give him till the Lions game. I give him a little longer. Super Philly 31, man, thank you for super chat. He says, I think Sirianni borrowed Chip's playbook. Interesting. I think you're absolutely right. You know, and this makes you wonder: is the calls coming down from below saying you gotta whatchamacallit? It's interesting. M. Reyes, man, thank you for super chat. He says Hurts is breaking records even with this scheme. I don't buy into all those things. You know what I mean? The records things don't matter. We gotta win games. He's got to pass the eye test. He's been good, bad, but I blame a lot of it on the coaches. S. Reed Blue says, by the way, the demon possession tinfoil was really. Oh, thank you for watching it. That doing that video freaked me out. Like it was like the whole memory haunting. I just did a hour-long special with the Sports Fury, so I'm gonna be releasing those two this week. No way he can get 3 first-round picks wrong. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Believe me, he can. If anybody can get 3 first-round picks wrong, it's Howie Roseman. So we got 573 people here. Please please subscribe. What time is it? Okay, cool. We got a little more time. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't. We're gonna probably do a double or triple header on Sunday. Maybe we'll draft a linebacker. I agree. Howie has stuff on Jeffrey Lurie. No question about it. G-Code, my man, what's happening? Von Pierce says, Nick doesn't run the ball. Jalen Hurts had a running game in Alabama and Oklahoma. Sirianni needs to run the ball. He needs to run the ball. And between the tackles. And have it be Miles Sanders. You know what I mean? James, they say, hey, Joel, is Jalen's deep ball accuracy a concern? Oh, big concern. Yeah, James, I would say so. The things that concern me about Hurts is the arm strength, the accuracy, the deep ball, those kind of things. You like to see him throw guys open. A lot of times guys have to be sitting there wide open. Those are the things he's got to improve on, and I think he can. I mean, those are things that you can improve on. The other stuff that you can't teach, he does well, but his arm is a concern, definitely a concern. Super Philly 31, thank you for the super chat. He says, by the end of the year, it looks like we're going to have 4 first-round picks. 4? Where do you get the 4th one for? I know 3, but what about the 4th? I think an alien lives inside Howie. You might be right in his stomach. John Gill, thank you for super chat. He says, I'm assuming this scheme is trying to play to Hurt's strength. They feel Nick better adjust for his own job. If a quarterback is exposed, that's the way it goes. Well, I mean, I think there's a way you could play to Hurts' strengths and not be so one-dimensional that teams know what's coming. The problem is they're so one-dimensional. You know what I mean? And there's way too many RPOs. You know? Michael R122, man, a member for 2 months of Dingbat Nation. Thank you for your support, my man. Appreciate it. He says Nick is wasting our talent. Right now, Nick Sirianni has... I feel like he's Donnie Brasco'd us. If this was the Mafia, I would have vouched for Nick Sirianni. And I would be getting whacked right now. Because they would whack me because I vouched for this moron. Because everything he said was great. I couldn't be more disappointed in Nick Sirianni so far. Super Philly 31, a losing record. Well, we could have one. Pinehawk says, let's go, Brandon. Okay. Primetime Holly says, wow, Philly, can't believe you predicted where Ertz would end up. You remember that? It was a clear as day dream, and I gotta try to find that video. If anybody knows where that video is of me saying I dreamt the day I said that I dreamt Ertz got traded to Arizona, let me know. I'm always on your mind, son. I think I'm always on your mind, Mark Holmes. Where's your other son? Where's your true son, Pizzle? Howie would trade Ben Simmons for a G League player and a 3rd-round pick. Maybe. Haha, Sirianni sounds so defeated right now at press conference. I have to listen. I'll have to listen to it when I'm done. You know? Get an old school coach would be nice. Man, that would be really nice. Sirianni just, I don't know, man. He just really disappointed me. And I'm going to tell you, I fell in the same trap when Chip Dip Kelly got hired. Because he said the same thing. Oh, I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to build an offense around my talent. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this for the hoppers. You don't do shit. I'm really starting to dislike him as a coach. I really am. You know what I mean? I just, to me, every week he's like, yeah, I know we got to get Miles. I know we got to get Miles more involved, and I know we got to do that. And I'll talk to Miles, but then he don't do it. I don't understand why we call timeouts before 2-minute warning. That cost us well. I know. I hear you. It would be nice if I actually ran the ball more. It would be real nice. I think that last drive where they scored and you saw Miles run, I think you would have a lot more of that. And these games would be a lot closer. They'd be a lot closer. You know? Michael R122, man, thank you so much for Super Chat, man. Appreciate that. Chip Kelly also won Coach of the Year. He did. He won Coach of the Year, and then when teams and coaches adjusted to his offense, he refused to adjust to that. So you got to adjust to the adjustments made against you. Philly Rapture says, I knew Chip was a mistake from day one. It was obvious he was going to try to make us the Philadelphia Ducks. I knew he would on some level, but when coaches start get up there and they start saying, hey, you know, I'm going to take these players, and I'm going to take our talent, and we're going to use them to their ability, and we're going to build our offense accordingly. I buy into that, because that's what I'm always talking about, and they never do it. Philly 52, Nick came here for Wentz, but had to sell for Hurts. That's true. That's true. Birds Nation 302 says, we get rid of the loved athlete in Philly, but still suck with Ben Simmons. Ain't that a bitch? We still got Ben Simmons, but we lose Ertz. Everybody loves Ertz, but we lose. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. You're so right about that. Sirianni will never win Coach of the Year. No, that's true. He may not win Coach of the Year. I agree with you there. I think, I mean, like, I already think this team he's losing this team. Like, I'm looking at Sirianni right now, and I go, I don't know how this guy makes it out of the year. You know, we can't run the ball. Bryce, we don't even try to run the ball. You know, never forgot that Doug Peterson was snubbed Coach of the Year by McVay. That's true. I agree with you. We need to run the ball. It's supposed to be 60% run, 40 pass. Well, I can't imagine the Eagles. Most teams don't run that much, but I mean, it should be. It should be more than that. It should be better. I agree with you. Chip had the balls to send Howie to the broom closet. That was the best thing about Chip Kelly, was that he went head to head with Howie and he got him to the boiler room. Now Howie's back again, and what Howie did is he said, after Chip Kelly said, I am never hiring a coach that is going to want say. So they hired Doug Peterson. As soon as Doug Peterson wanted more control, they fired him. Then they hired Nick Sirianni, and I'm thinking, oh, this guy says all the great stuff. But it's looking more and more like they hired a guy who wasn't going to ruffle their feathers or challenge them. And then we got a yes man. It's looking like it. If this was the Mafia, I would be getting whacked right now. You gave Chip, what, 2 seasons? Can't change a bed rolls around that short time. Well, 3 seasons. But his first season, they went 10-6 and went to playoffs. Then he traded Nick Foles. Then he traded Shady McCoy. He did really dumb things, you know. Fly Texas Fly says, this is how elementary Sirianni is. Every time J. Jaw was in, it was a quarterback keeper, miles run, or wide receiver screen a block. No, that's true. And I was saying that in my stream last night. Every time Arcega-Whiteside is in, the defense knows it's either a screen, quarterback's going to run it, or run. It's every time. It's pitiful offense. Arcega-Whiteside should not be in the game. And he got rid of Foles, McCoy, and Jackson. Yeah. All the guys that helped you go 10-6. And they were young, and they were all playing good together. It would have been very interesting if they would have kept that group and that core together. Man, I need a haircut. But damn, I'm beautiful. Damn, I'm beautiful. I look like Denzel Washington. Can't help it. I got a little bit of Brad Pitt in me, too. I got to admit. You know what I mean? I don't understand why we call timeouts before 2-minute warning. I don't know. There's so much that I don't understand what this guy does. Like, seriously. When we had Pearson and Ski Mask, we couldn't see a loss. No? Howie is going by. Howie stinks. Howie's got to go. You know? Money Murr, thank you so much for the super chat. Says they traded for Minshew and don't suit him up. They are sabotaging Hurts so they can go forward with Minshew. It's a conspiracy and sad. Well, I mean, something's up. I mean, why do you trade for Minshew and you don't even use him? But if they really want Minshew that bad, why even play Hurts? Just play Minshew. Nick ain't going anywhere. He's a puppet playing his role. That could be true. But he just looks lost, you know what I mean? What do I know about the corner? He was a 6th round pick with Arizona. 6'1", 186 pounds. A lot of people said he plays good zone. That's all I really know about him. 500. Some Eagle fans want to draft a quarterback next year. Thoughts? I would only draft one if I felt they could be a superstar. Yeah, you'd have to have a guy who you think could be really good. And you have to know Hurts is not the guy. We got to play it out, you know? Oh, yeah, but says we just suck completely, yeah? Was trading Foles and McCoy dumb, really? What are they doing now? Well, I mean, Foles won you a Super Bowl, did he not? Shady McCoy went on to have really good years with Buffalo. Just imagine if you would have kept those guys together for, 2015, 2016, 2017. I don't know, man. I think they could have done stuff. Foles did win you a Super Bowl. Eagles need to go on strike. They're literally slaves to Howie. Howie, man. He's only played 11 games. Who? Hurts? Yeah. No, he's played 10 games. You got to give Hurts the year. I mean, that's what I would do. I'm giving Hurts the year, me personally. Why ain't it work? In about 10 minutes. I'm playing a little hooky right now. We didn't have a solid running back after Shady. Well, who do we have at running back? We had some decent ones. Sirianni is really taking shots at the team. Is he really? I have to watch it. See, I'm gonna watch the Sirianni press conference. I'm gonna watch the Howie press conference, and then I'll come back and probably do a video later. Actually, is that work? Yeah, I mean, you could consider this work, but this isn't work. But sometimes I can work from home. Sometimes I can come. I'm only like 10 minutes from there, so I can come back at lunch. A lot of times, what I do is I come back at lunch, I make videos, and then I go back and I upload it. But today I don't have to go in till like 10:30, so I got time. I hate the bend don't break. Oh, me too. Looks like the Eagles are turning to the Cowboys. It's brutal. Maybe Philly could get away with the same thing Dallas did with Dak. Just hammer the nail until it goes in. Yeah, but the thing is the one thing with Dallas is they drafted really well. You know what I'm saying? They've drafted really well. So I'm gonna do about another 5 minutes. Then I really have to go to work. But I will be back later. P Bar says Negadelphia. I don't think it's negative. I don't think there's anything negative here. I think we're just being honest. I'm not saying the season's over. I'm not saying it's a loss. I'm not saying you should tank. The easy part of the schedule's coming. I'm not even saying I know what Hurts is. I'm still in wait and see. Oh, he cannot call the plays. No question about it. Let me see where this poll ends at. I'm curious. Let's see what this poll says before I end it. So, see, is Jalen Hurts the guy in Philly? Yes, 27%. No, 40. I don't know, 32. Interesting. Morning, friends. Mark Holmes with your buddy, Cowboy Jumbo. I want to thank you for talking. I forget. Raiders prediction, too early for me to know. You know what I mean? Too early to know. What games will you watch stream? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Probably some NFC East games. You know what I mean? But either two or three streams. We'll see. Philly 50, you vouched for Nick. We got to go fishing trip some concrete. I know. Dude, let me tell you, dude. If this was the Mafia, I got Donnie Brasco. I'm dead. You guys are going to take me on a boat and whack me. I'm getting whacked. I have no doubt about it. He let me down. Right now I'm asking the bosses for a pass. I'm asking for a pass. Do I miss Doug Peter? Right now I do, yeah. Sherman says, what up, Philly? The worst thing that could happen to Ertz, traded for a rookie that plays maybe 15 snaps a game. Lets you know where he's worth on a team. That group sucks. They blew all his trade value 2 years ago, though. That's the problem, They did it 2 years ago. As soon as they handled the whole situation horrible. We will not have a quarterback problem for the next 10 years. I hope not. I mean, look, the best way for the Eagles to rebuild is Hurts to be the guy. Sorry. Nick needs to give up play calling and let Shane do Chargers. Yeah, I agree. J.J. O'Reilly, Cooper 2-0. Yes. You missed Doug. Sirianni's just telling other teams our plays before we could have. I'm going to do a video on Sirianni later. I'm going to go and see what he says, how he says, see what transpires with this Ertz thing, and I'll have a video later. It was stupid for the Eagles to fire Doug because of Wentz. The reason they fired Doug, I don't think it was Wentz. I think it was because the Eagles did not want to give Doug more control. You know what I mean? Can't run the ball when you're trailing by 21. Yeah, you can. Sure you can. You can run the ball. When there's 5 minutes left in the game, no. But look, if you're down 21 in the second quarter, you can run the ball. If you're down 14 in the fourth quarter, you can run the ball. The Eagles could run the ball. They ran the ball in the last score. I tell you what, after they scored the last touchdown, the play was the onside kick. They should have kicked it. Sirianni said play calling his expertise. Expertise my ass. His expertise stink. The guy don't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? Don't want to keep his own staff. Lurie didn't want him to. Simple as this. Well, that's just part of it. That's part of it. There's also issues with who's dressing, who's not. Remember, last year, Doug had no say in who would dress, who would be active, who wouldn't. Doug also was drilled on why he ran the ball so much. Sirianni said he hasn't got none for 2 weeks. He got nothing for 2 weeks. We ran the ball like 2 times the first half, Sanders. It's horrible. Horrible. There is no trade value in J-Jaw, you know? I guarantee if you put Sanders on any other team that's a contender, he could easily have multiple 100-yard games. I agree. Use Miles Sanders, run the ball. Miles Sanders should have more than 2 carries in the first half. And then everybody's saying, well, they don't like Sanders, they like Gainwell. Gainwell had 0 carries. I don't think Gainwell had a carry last night. All right, it's disappointing. The play calling, the coaching is disappointing as hell, and it's bad. The line isn't consistent. No, with all those injuries, Byron, and guys being moved in, it isn't. But one way to get a line going is to get some rhythm. You know, get running the ball. You got to try, even if you don't run it well. You got to try to run it because you can't be one dimensional. Let me tell you, every time the Eagles do anything, it seems like the defenses know what we're doing, you know? So it is what it is. It's 10:24. Okay. So anyways, guys, I got to go. I have to be at work by 10:30 my time, so it's 1:30 your time. How do you feel about the calls last night? I didn't like the calls. I thought they were horrible. I didn't like it at all. Running bootleg in the pros isn't a good thing. No. Leonard Fournette was dragging our defense. Our linebackers are too small. Linebackers are too small. Every time one of our linebackers wrapped around, especially a baby arm Singleton, he got dragged 3-4 yards. You know what I mean? I don't know, JD White. I miss old smash mouth football. You know what I mean? Thank you, Byron. GD, thank you for super chat. He says, I hate to say it, but the Eagles went after if the Eagles went after Kellen Moore, Miles Sanders will get 20 plus touches a game, and Eagles offense will be incredible. You're probably right. I really don't know that that Sirianni's going to make it. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to make it out of the year at this point. You know, do I work at home? Sometimes. I go back and forth. I'm only 10 minutes from, so I can come and I can take lunch when I want. And I come home, do an hour video or whatever. I do have to go back, and I probably will have a video later today as well. But I do need to go back. Denzel Washington has to go back to work now. But thank you guys for joining me on this emergency broadcast. Zach Ertz traded. More to come. I'll have another video later. Thanks for all the subscribers, the likes, the super chats. All you guys are awesome. I've not bought eggnog. You bought some eggnog? Good for you, man. I need some eggnog too. But I'll have a video probably later. I have a channel membership video definitely coming later. And we'll talk more about it. I want to see what transpires the rest of the day. I want to see what comes out. I want to see if Goddard is going to get an extension. So we'll talk about all that later. I'll be streaming 2 or 3 games this Sunday, so look for that. But with that said, like, subscribe if you haven't. You guys all take care. I will talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Denzel Washington.